This E49 Charger is the second issue in the new Australian Cars model collection. What's it like? How does it measure up? And how does it compare with past releases? This video answers that and more. The price more than doubled from issue 1, but at $15 this is still exceptional value for a 43rd scale diecast replica. And you'll see shortly it more than measures up against far more expensive examples. Like issue 1, issue 2 comes taped to a promotional backing card that also has the magazine attached. I didn't notice until I got it home, but mine has a cracked display case. No big issue for me, but that might be a problem for those who display their models in the case. Sitting on the black plinth, the orange Charger looks pretty cool. The paint initially looked blemished at certain angles, but it was just some sort of oily residue that needed cleaning off with a polishing cloth, after which it came up really glossy. The tampo printing and mask sprays all seem okay, the decoration is readable and captures the character of the era. Dimensionally, how accurate is it to the real car? Calculating 43rd scale equivalents of the published dimensions, it scales very well. The major dimensions are no more than fractions of a millimetre off. Of course, window apertures and the curves of the overall body shape come down to the model designer, but to my eye it looks pretty good. Compromises have been made on some of the finer detail, which can look a little chunky, but we need to keep in mind the price point. The rims are a matte metallic finish. These jelly bean mags should be a shiny aluminium colour, not chromed, but definitely shiny. I like that the upswept tailpipes have a hole in the centre, unlike the more expensive models later in the video. A little black or dark grey in there would really set them off. I've already got some Chargers in my collection that I paid far more than $15 for. There's this really nice AUTOart version in vitamin C colour, and this old Trax version in magenta, which admittedly is the E38 version, but the body is essentially the same. While the Trax does have a bit of an odd shape to it, the overall outer dimensions are surprisingly close. Now, to be fair, Trax has done a resin Charger subsequent to this diecast version that would have far better detail. It's more expensive, I think around $150, but as I don't own one, I can't include that in this comparison. Underbody detail, this XO version sits between the very basic Trax and the AUTOart, which has additional parts, steerable front wheels, and superior tyre tread. The AUTOart is a little under dimension and about 3% narrower than the XO. As you can see here, the unique front end has been done very differently by all three manufacturers, as has the rear window shape. Interior detail looks similar to the AUTOart, but very difficult to see due to distortion and reflection in the side window. This is the magazine that comes with the model. The main picture on the cover is not a real car or the model. Like the first magazine, and I suspect the rest, it's actually a digital render. There's plenty of reading about the real car, much of which is period articles from Wheels magazine. Interesting side note, the proposed issue 3 cover has a photo of a red XD Falcon race car, not the XC Cobra. Speaking of issue 3, would you like to see a similar video review of the Cobra? If you do, let me know in the comments. I already have the AUTOart version, so I don't need the XO one, but if there's enough people wanting a video, I'd certainly consider forking out the $25 and producing one. Oh, and buyer beware. On the same day this $15 Charger was released in the newsagents, people are already throwing them up on eBay for $40.